is there has been so much fundamentally positive news, and it's just been buried sort of in the background. We've caused ourselves to ignore it. There's the strategic Bitcoin reserve. There's the SEC pulling back on essentially every lawsuit. There's progress on stablecoin legislation. There's talk of market structure legislation. There was the White House crypto summit. These are game-changing positive developments that should put Bitcoin trading at $150,000 or $200,000 today. It's been suppressed because in the short term, this overhang of the economic uncertainty is weighing on the markets. I think if that is released, we're at new all-time highs quickly, and we're on our way to where I think we'll be at the end of the year, which is Bitcoin 200,000. So I think there's been this sort of suppression of really good news. If that suppression is removed, I think it's a coiled spring. So in that scenario, I think we do exceptionally well.
Is there anything else that needs to happen to get us to Bitcoin at 200K by the end of the year?
I don't think so. You have these three horsemen of insatiable demand for Bitcoin. You have the ETFs, which I continue to think will have strong net flows this year. You have companies. We saw MicroStrategy buying more Bitcoin. I think the number of companies buying Bitcoin is going to triple this year. I think the game theory is on. It's slower than people maybe want in this impatient crypto world, but I think countries around the world are going to be buying Bitcoin. So there is structurally more demand than supply in Bitcoin. I think all we need is to release this sort of economic gloom that's hanging over us. If we do that, I think it's straight to the races.
Welcome back to the channel. We got Aaron here from the Bitcoin Bros coming back at you with another video here today. And we'll be looking at strategy, Bitcoin, also checking out Ethereum. I know some of you guys don't want to hear about that, but just want to mention some Ethereum news as well in today's video. So nothing I talk about in today's video is financial advice. Like and subscribe. We have new content coming out every single day. But you can see right here, strategy is currently below 400 at 393. And their Bitcoin holdings at 628,000 had only a $15 million buy this week from strategy, which wasn't too big. The MNAV is down here at 1.68. So MNAV is going down a bit, but if you look at the volume here for the most actively traded U.S. stocks, strategy still in the top 20 there at around $2 billion at the time of this recording. And Bitmine Immersion, this is the Ethereum treasury that Tom Lee has started, and it has been doing very well as of late, and there's a lot of volume on that, $6 billion. Talking a little bit more about that in today's video, but you can see right here, the state of New Jersey Common Pension Fund bought 6,836 MSTR stocks for $2.5 million at an average price of $364 per share. So now we're getting pension funds investing in Bitcoin through strategy. This is really cool to see. It's really good to see for strategy as well. And if you look at where strategy is on the top US market cap companies, down 3 spots today at 94, still in the top 100. Good to see there. And we know S&P inclusion is coming very soon, so keep that on your roadmap. And then for the top 100 public Bitcoin treasury companies, we have a lot of companies buying Bitcoin this week. MicroStrategy, Metaplanet. You have Block picking up some more Bitcoin. Galaxy Digital, Smart Web company, they are climbing the ranks almost in the top 20. 23 right now. The blockchain group, Smarter Web actually flipped the blockchain group recently here, and then we have H100 group doing well. A lot of companies buying more and more BTC, so really good to see there. Let's go ahead and get into some of the traditional news that came out. We had the CPI number come out earlier today. The forecast was 2.8, so the actual number that we got was 2.7. So inflation is cooling a bit here, which is good to see, because if inflation is cooling and we have bad jobs numbers, that's going to tell the Fed that they need to lower interest rates. And right now, there is a 91% chance that the Federal Reserve, this is what the market is pricing in right now, in 5 weeks on September 17th, that they'll cut by 25 basis points. Now, there's a lot of data that's going to come out. We'll have another jobs report and we'll have another CPI release before this meeting happens. So there's a lot that could happen. In between time, that could change this 25 basis point cut. It could go away, or it could even potentially turn into a 50 basis point cut, depending on what the numbers look like. And then checking out some of the Bitcoin ETF flows, you can see IBIT has picked back up here over the past couple of days. Yesterday had a $178 million inflow on Monday for the Bitcoin ETFs. Really good to see. Obviously, we're outpacing the supply that is released every single day for Bitcoin as these ETFs continue to buy up more BTC. If this continues to happen, if we're getting hundreds of millions of dollars per day of Bitcoin ETF flows, we're definitely going to see the Bitcoin price rise. And now I want to talk a little bit about Ethereum and get your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. But Ethereum just hit $4,500. The reason why Ethereum just hit $4,500 is because the BlackRock Ethereum ETF has picked up. As you can see right here, if we look at what the Ethereum ETF did yesterday, $1 billion inflow. So outpacing the Bitcoin ETFs over the past 2 days, more demand for Ethereum than Bitcoin over the past 2 days. And over the past probably month or so, the Ethereum ETFs have really started to pick up. They were kind of dead before then. And I think a lot of this is because of what Tom Lee came out and said on the news a couple of weeks ago. He says that we're going to be buying Ethereum with our company, just like Strategy buys Bitcoin. And that is BitMine Immersion Technologies. And they've done really good. As you can see, over the past month, they're up 50%. And if you zoom out, they're up even more than that. So BitMine is just basically doing exactly what Strategy did, but with Ethereum. So over the long run, who knows how this all plays out? But it's really interesting to see that Tom Lee has been very successful with this. And if we continue to see these ETF flows of $100 million or more a day from the Ethereum ETFs, and we have BitMine Immersion Technologies, they just came out and said they're going to buy $20 billion of ETH. ETH price is going to continue to go up. And that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, there are a lot of big differences between Ethereum and Bitcoin. And we are a Bitcoin MicroStrategy channel, but you have to pay attention to what's going on with Ethereum and what's going on with BitMine Immersion Technologies right now, because if this continues and they continue to buy billions of dollars of ETH, Ethereum ETFs pick up, we'll see Ethereum hit new all-time highs sooner than later. So that is not financial advice. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think about Ethereum and these ETH treasury companies. And one thing I did see Samson Mouse said on Twitter is that these Ethereum treasury companies may eventually sell all their Ethereum at the top to buy Bitcoin. Now, that would be really interesting to see if we ever see any of these companies actually sell ETH to buy BTC, the real hardest asset in the world. And Ethereum is also really interesting because we don't even know if ETH is going to be the winner in the DeFi space. Is Solana better? Is Ethereum better? Is Cardano better? Nobody really knows the answer to that, as yet to be seen. But Ethereum having some inflows as of late. So let me know what you guys think about all that in the comment section below. Not a lot going on today, guys, so just wanted to just give you my thoughts on the recent news here. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. My name's Aaron from Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.